All right, so y'all, welcome to the Just the Facts YouTube. Today we're going to be doing the Super Bowl preview. My name's Jimmy, and I'm here with my co-host,
I'm Arik.
and we about to talk about the Super Bowl today, man. So first things first, we all really forgot about the Super Bowl this whole week, to be honest, because of the tragedies that happened last Sunday. And I mean, it really took away from like the suspense and the hype up of this game, man. And like the whole sports world was just absolutely shocked, and all of our attention was with that and not with the Super Bowl. And that's I don't know, that's an interesting storyline to I don't know keep looking forward to, I guess. But hey, let's get into this matchup, man. You got the 49ers and the Chiefs, man. This is gonna be a great matchup. 49ers best defense, Chiefs probably best offense, right? And that's the big matchup to look out for. But one matchup for me that really see is the um, Niners D line versus the Chiefs O line. And when the Chiefs played the Texans, the the Titans, they only rushed three most of the game, and Mahomes just tore him up the whole game, right? And he just had all day to throw because they have no pressure. 49ers can't afford to do that. They don't have to blitz. They can get home with four people, you know. And once they get to Mahomes, they have to bring him down. They can't miss a tackle and let him scramble to the outside. And you've seen Mahomes do this 1,000 times already. Throw the ball like off balance to the side. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
And they just can't allow that, man. And that's one big key for me.
Um. Yeah. It's gonna be. It's gonna be fun to watch with Mahomes. Mahomes. He's not really used to a team really having like four guys from the D line that all have the capability of just getting off of him, block
Yeah,
shitting in an instant. So I mean, it's gonna be fun to see how he reacts to that. Yeah, San Francisco's gonna need to. They're gonna need to contain Mahomes, not let him run out the pocket. Mahomes is. He doesn't get enough credit for his
low key,
athleticism.
yeah,
Mahomes is a real athletic. Like when you look at him, like with the eye test, he doesn't look athletic, but
yeah,
when you watch him play, he can run.
yeah. He's
And yeah, they're gonna need to contain Mahomes, kind of let him make plays enough to let the DBs get ground on like Travis Kelce
yeah,
and Tyreek Hill and all of them.
yeah.
And yeah, I can't wait to watch Tyreek Hill and Richard Sherman. That's gonna be fun to watch.
Yeah, they're gonna need to move Tyreek Hill around to get Sherman off him because, um, like Darrell Reeves said, Sherman doesn't travel across the field, to pick up the number one wide receiver, all the time. He's more of a zone guy. I mean, he plays his zone so well. So, I mean, you can't really blame him for playing to his strengths. But Chiefs are gonna have to mix it up. Get Tyreek Hill down the field. You mentioned Richard Sherman, but the guys who I think will be more important are the safeties, Jaquiski Tart and Jimmy Ward. They cannot let Tyreek Hill, Miko Hardman, and these guys get down the field on them. They just can't afford to give up big plays, man. Um, they have to keep everything in front of them. If the corners get beat, they have to be there to help. And if you allow big play, um, the whole offense is going to open up for the Chiefs, and it's just a snowball effect from there. And on the flip side, um, Jimmy G won't be able to. I don't think Jimmy G will be able to keep up with the pace if it ends up being like a high scoring game or a game where teams score like on quick possessions and everything like that. So um, if they are gonna let the Chiefs score, they're gonna have to let them ground it and pound it all the way to the end zone. They can't allow uh these 4 or 5 play drives of 70 yards or something like that. Um, if that happens, the 49ers have no chance. But with that being said, I'll have the Chiefs winning around the score like 31-27, something like that. Um, Obviously, the Chiefs are going to get their points, and I wouldn't be surprised if the 49ers were on the flip side of things and win the game. But Chiefs are going to get their points. You know what I mean? Um, 49ers are going to have to get stops. They're going to have to get stops. But the big difference in the game for me, the biggest difference is the experience. Andy Reid's been to the Super Bowl before, lost it against Patriots. Steve Spagnuolo, the defensive coordinator for the Chiefs, he was the defensive coordinator for the Giants when they beat the Patriots, the possibly the greatest team of all time, the '07 Patriots, and held their best offense to 14 points. So, um, and then on the flip side, the 49ers, they're a whole bunch of young coaches across the board and young players, of course. And then you have Kyle Shanahan, who infamously was on that Falcons team that blew the 28-3 leads. So, I mean, I don't really trust the 49ers when it comes to like the experience part of things.
um. Yeah. Like you had said. If this goes into a shootout, yeah, I don't think the 49ers really have a lot of a chance. I think on offense, I think what they're gonna really need to do is stick to their game plan. Come out and single back, I form, strong, weak, all those tight end formations I like to run,
Yeah,
and what's it called? You utilize George Kittle where he's most off those play action passes, and they're gonna need the rushing game a lot too.
yeah.
Jimmy G hasn't thrown 30 passes yet, which is crazy. When
That's
he's
crazy.
played, yeah, he's played 2 playoff games. So I mean, we don't really know how he's going to adjust to the Chiefs defense. Because I mean, the Chiefs don't have the best defense in the world, but like it's really underrated right now, and it's really progressed
Yeah,
really positively in the last couple of weeks of the regular season. I think they've shown that they've kind of they've kind of built up this mentality and saying we're not just all offense, we have defense too.
yeah.
And yeah, but yeah.
Who are you leaning towards?
Mm, I want to say the Chiefs, but I feel like the 49ers have everything they need to win this game. I mean, they have all the pieces they need to win this game. They have the D line. They have they have the safeties for it. They have
Yep.
Jimmy G. They have Rasheem. Rasheem showed himself last week. But yeah. I think Emmanuel Sanders is gonna show himself too.
Really. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, man. 49ers are gonna have to run the ball, man. You can't have a game where Jimmy G throws the ball 40 times. That's not gonna cut it, man. Jimmy G is gonna have to make some plays, but you don't want him to um, have to rely on. Y'all don't have to rely on him all day long to throw the ball 30, 40 times. That's the recipe for disaster, in my opinion. But they're gonna need Mostert, Coleman, and those guys, and Breida to run effectively, man, and even catching out the backfield, a little dump off passes, little swing passes, even screens to the running backs, even Kittle. You know what I mean? 49ers do a really good job of like um, mixing up the offense. Their offense is so like it's explosive in a way like they're so like creative. They like getting the ball on the outside with reverses and jet sweeps and tosses and all this stuff and pre-snap motion and everything. And it really deceives the defense. So they're gonna have to just stick with what they've been going with all year long. But at the same time, let Jimmy G do a little bit more than what he's been doing. They're not gonna win just running the ball, man. They're not. Jimmy G's gonna have to make some huge plays, to Kittle, man, and um, I just don't see it from him, man. I just don't see it.
Um, do you think this is going to be a game where about both teams offensively can kind of stick to their game plan of what they've been doing all year, or do you think or do you think either one of the teams going to have to adjust and do something different?
I mean, if I had to pick a team to switch things up, it would probably be the Chiefs. They would want to keep the defense honest. Obviously, we know their passing game is explosive, but running the ball with Damian Williams to mix it up a little bit. You know what I mean? Mix it up. Keep the defense honest and um, limit mistakes as much as possible. Mahomes doesn't throw very many interceptions, but like we all know, the 49ers love getting to the quarterback and um, maybe a strip sack, fumble sack, you know what I mean, can change the complexity of the game. So it's just little stuff like that the Chiefs have to watch out for and take into account. But man, I think it's gonna be like a close game throughout, man. That's what I'm expecting. That's what I hope of, obviously. But man, for Super Bowl MVP, I'll have Mahomes, of course. If you have the Niners, who would your Super Bowl MVP be? It's an interesting one.
I'm kind of leaning more towards George Kittle.
Kittle.
Yeah, I feel like I just feel like for the 49ers offense, he's kind of like he's that main centerpiece, and he can do so much. He can do so much for their offense if it's either catching the ball off play action passes or even just the his what's it called his rush blocking.
His rock blocking, yeah.
Yeah.
Really good blocker. But yeah, man. It should be interesting. It should be very fun to watch the defense versus the offense. But man, other than that, you have anything else to add on, man? I can't wait for this game.
Yeah, I can't wait. It's crazy to believe it's tomorrow.
Yeah, it's like it's like just like that, bro.
Yeah, last week kind of when it was like last week it was a sad and like just fast week. It just it just went by like that.
Yeah, man.
Like yeah, I call my mom every Sunday, and if it was like I called her like 3 days ago.
Yeah, it's like it's crazy, man. Life goes fast, man. I
But
mean,
oh yeah, I want to shout out to all the females because Katie Showers is going to be
oh
coaching
yeah,
for the 49ers.
forgot about that.
And yeah, I kind of see that's like the first step of the evolution of females in the NFL. I kind of feel like that's going to open up the door and kind of promote and encourage more females to just take that stand and try to get more coaching staff positions.
Yep. And I didn't really hear about this till like probably midway through the season. I was like, wait, what? The 49ers have a female coach? You know what I mean? I had to
Yeah.
just look that up for myself and find out. Like, no one on ESPN or anything ever talked about it. So,
Yeah, for real. Like it's really overlooked. Like it's just like another
yeah,
coach, but like it's a good
that's a huge
important piece.
milestone. That's huge.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah,
that's huge. That's a yeah.
yeah. But anyways, man. Yeah, let's go wrap this thing up, man. Just the facts, man. Like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what else you would want to see. Um, rest in peace, Kobe. Rest in peace, Gianna. Rest in peace to the other 7 members, man. Our prayers are with y'all. Tough week, man. Tough week, but we'll all get through this together, man. But other than that, we're out, man.
Peace.
Peace.